Hey guys, JP Maroney here. Thought we'd run a little test. I put up on Facebook that thought maybe you guys might be interested. Didn't know if you'd be interested in watching me construct emails because I write a lot of them and written thousands and thousands of emails over the years for marketing campaigns and done a lot for my clients, done a lot for myself. And I write about, well, let's see, I guess with follow ups and everything, probably 15 to 20 or more emails a week for our own company. And webinar campaigns are a big part of it. And today, the one I'm going to do is for a Google Hangout. I'm starting something new this week. I'm going to do a Google Hangout on Monday night, and it's going to be a no pitch Google Hangout for people to come and chill out with us. So, what I thought would be kind of cool is for you to look over my shoulder, so to speak, with a little screen capture here. I guess you're going to look straight at me and then over my shoulder with a screen cap, but do a little quick video here as I write this. And I may go back and cut it up. I may not. I may just produce it, which means if there's some lag time where I'm just typing and not saying anything, you're just going to have to hang tight. We'll see how this goes. If you like it, I'd love for you to put some comments for me there on Facebook or YouTube, wherever you find this, and see if this works out for us. All right, let's get started. So it's going to be on webinar marketing. Now, just so that you understand kind of where I'm headed with this, I have a webinar actually this coming Thursday that's going to be on webinar marketing, and it's going to be more in detail. I'm going to actually be going behind the scenes and teaching some of my really, really cool stuff of what I've done in my own webinars. Like, for example, last week I did a webinar to my list, and we had a 25% conversion rate live on the webinar. We've sold, let's see, another 30% so far through the replay, and I'm guessing by the time the deadline ends tonight, we will probably have bumped our overall conversion and sold another 50% above and beyond the live. But we sold 25% live on the webinar, so I'm really good at webinars, putting them together for myself and for my clients. So what I thought it'd be kind of fun to do, though, is a Google Hangout on Monday night. And in that Hangout, it's not going to be as much of the, down and dirty kind of stuff. It'll be a little bit of screen cap, a little bit of maybe writing on a virtual white marker board, and then me just talking to folks and sharing and teaching some really cool stuff. So I've tentatively named this 7 Most Costly Webinar Marketing Mistakes and How to Avoid Them. So I'm going to walk through this email for this Google Hangout. Now, I've never promoted Google Hangouts for myself, so I'm going to have to kind of get used to how I want to put this in there. But I thought, if I put G Hangout, most people might know what that is, and maybe that becomes my thing. You'll notice when I write my emails, if you've been on my list for very long, I use the brackets a lot, and I'll do like free training, close the bracket, and then I'll type something. Sometimes I'll put that at the end. I play around with it. I call that eye candy when you have those, brackets and ellipses and stuff like that. So I'm going to, rather than spending so much time teaching, which is real easy for me to fall into, I'm just going to write the email. So hang tight. I'm going to talk through some of this. And I actually read my emails out loud, so I'll read it out loud a couple of times and we'll work through it. Okay, so G Hangout, 7 Most Costly Webinar Marketing Mistakes and How to Avoid Them. The subject line is so critical, so let's work on this. So 7 Most Costly Webinar Marketing Mistakes, how to avoid them. I'm going to play around with the headline a little, subject line a little bit. It's a great headline formula, by the way. Do you make these costly webinar marketing mistakes? I do a lot of just all lowercase. I'm going to play around with that. I'm going to copy that because I like that one. And then I'm going to try, let's see here, one more. And I'm going to try another one. Let's see here. Shameless confessions. Let's play with that a little bit. I'm on the back patio and there's motorcycles, Harleys driving by. Oh well. All right. I'm going to come back and edit this probably, but I'm going to put Monday night. I'm not really sure when I'm doing it yet. I'm sitting. This is how I mean, it's either going to be in the late afternoon or in the evening. Webinar marketer makes shameless confession on Google Hangout. The cool thing about this is, like, especially when you're writing promotions for a week-long campaign, sometimes the headlines that I blow up and play with and move around on here may not get used on this email, but I might use them tomorrow or the next day or the next day, or I might use them for Facebook posts and things like that. So I don't throw any of these away. You'll see that once I get kind of through playing and working out some of these ideas, then I'll move it over to a permanent text file that I'll work through. Okay, so let's go back over Google G Hangout, 7 most costly webinar marketing mistakes and how to avoid them. You know what? I'm going to play with this a little bit more. Shameless marketer confession. Now, what I'm doing here, and let's save this real quick. You see that I'm coming out with Webinar Cash Cow 2.0, and so I'm putting it in this folder. But let's put email, Hangout. It's like I had titled one, but I'm not going to do that. So let's just do email Hangout, and I'm just going to put rough copy. And we'll move this over to something that we can actually use in a few minutes. Wow, we're up to 8 minutes and 33 seconds. Hope you're enjoying this. Okay, so maybe I can just do a little a little video on how to write headlines. Okay, so 7 most costly webinar marketing mistakes and how to avoid them. Google Hangout, do you make these 7 costly webinar marketing mistakes? Google Hangout, do you make these 7 costly webinar marketing mistakes with capitalizing webinar marketing? You know what? I'm going to do one more thing here. Again, eye candy. Do you make these 7 costly webinar marketing mistakes? Google Hangout, how to avoid the 7 most costly webinar marketing mistakes. I actually kind of like that. New Google Hangout, how to not screw up your webinar marketing. That's maybe. And I might split test these. That might be kind of fun. And I guess something that would be of value would be to come back and share with you guys in another video or something how the test went. So maybe I'll split test some of these headlines against each other. Shameless confession. I didn't go anywhere with that. Webinar marketer makes shameless confession on Google Hangout. Maybe. Shameless marketer confession Monday night. I hate to overplay it too much. I like curiosity. 7 big You know what? Something I'm thinking about doing here is instead of revealing that it's a hangout first, I think I'm just going to. I think I'm going to do that. I think for the first email, because I'm going to promote this on Sunday and Monday, I think for the first email, I don't think I'm going to put hangout. I think I'm going to reveal that when I mail on Monday. So, in other words, in the subject line. So I think 7 big. So I may come back up here and put 7 most costly. This is a great headline right here, and this may be the one that I just go with. Um, but 7 big. I'm going to get rid of the and costly. And let's try one more thing. Okay. I think I'm far enough down on this that I'm pretty happy. But you can see, guys, I've put 11, 12 minutes. This is the life of a marketer. A lot of you are great marketers, and I know you're just watching this and maybe picking up a few tips or just to make fun of me and prove to yourself how much better at marketing or emails you are than me. That's fine. But I do put a lot of time into writing emails. They don't just, sometimes they'll flow and I'll type them out on my iPhone and save them in Evernote or something, come back to them. I do have a little slush file of cool headlines and weird stuff that I run across that I use in my emails. But this is a pretty straightforward promotion, so let's take this to the next level. Do you hate that? Do you really hate that? Let's take it to the next level. Let's go to the next step in this email. We're not taking it. There are no levels here. We're just going to write the email. Okay. All right. So let's start the email. So here's my body. Not my body, but the body of the email. Only Tanya gets to see my body. Let's see here. And annoyed people at the beach who would rather not see my body. Let's see here. So I'm going to open with, I have a confession to make, but it's probably not going to surprise you. Here goes. And this is how I write emails. But anyway, here goes. I've made just about every stupid mistake in the book. I'm going to add this word stupid up here and come back and potentially use that. But I've ever made just about every stupid mistake in the book when it comes to marketing with webinars. I'm going to share them with you so you don't have to make the same mistakes yourself, and so you can start making more money using webinars in your own marketing. Sound fun? Here's how this is going to work. I'm hosting a live no bitch Google Hangout on Monday evening where I'll teach you those 7, well, reveal those 7 big mistakes, big, costly webinar marketing mistakes, and I'll teach you the steps you should make to avoid making same mistakes. So here's basically the lead. I have a confession to make, but it's probably not going to surprise you. That's nothing but a curiosity lead right there. Here goes. I've made just about every stupid mistake in the book when it comes to marketing with webinars. That's a damage admission, okay? For those of you that don't don't know what a damage admission in copy is, that's a damage admission. So I've revealed something about myself. I'm going to share something damaging, basically, about myself. I'm going to share with you, I've made just about every stupid mistake in the book when it comes to marketing with webinars. I'm going to share them with you so you don't have to make the same mistakes yourself, and so you can start making more money. I'm about to, not I'm going to, I'm about to. I'm about to share them with you so that you don't have to make the same mistakes yourself, and so you can start making more money using webinars in your own marketing. Sound fun? So I'm having a conversation here, right? Here's how this is going to work. I'm hosting a live no-pitch Google Hangout on Monday evening where I'll reveal those 7 big, costly webinar marketing mistakes, and I'll teach you the steps you should take to avoid making the same mistakes. I'll state the steps you should avoid making the same mistakes. Here's what you'll learn. Okay, so I'll be honest with you. I know all these mistakes, and we've talked about them before in my training, but I haven't sat down and made out the full list of the mistakes. But let's think up one of them, and I want to show you what I would do as far as writing a reverse bullet for it. So what they call blind bullets or fascinations in copy. So here's what you'll learn. So let's say that one of those mistakes is let's see here. To check your technology before you get on the webinar and make sure that everything works. So here's what you'll learn: how to keep technology from ruining your webinar before you even get a chance to make your pitch. It's an example of one. It's not a very good one. It's kind of weak, in my opinion. But let's say that another one, I don't want to reveal everything we're going to talk about on the Hangout, but let's just say that another one of them is not doing a replay. Okay? So the way I would actually do that is a little known and often overlooked strategy, trick. Strategy sounds so big. Often overlooked trick you can use after your webinar to boost conversions by as much as 30% to 50%. I know I use this every single time I do a webinar. Does that sound fun? I mean, isn't that cool? So a little known and often overlooked trick you can use after your webinar to boost conversions by as much as 30 to 50%. I know I use this every single time I do a webinar. So I would go on and write these fascinations or bullets, and we're coming up on a little over 18 and a half minutes. So I'm going to shut this video down so that we get to the 20-minute mark. But I thought this would be fun. The rest of it is just writing fascinations. I'm going to do call to action. So with a Google Hangout. So here's how to join us for this free no pitch one, 2, 3. Okay, so that's all I would do is a call to action. I'm going to assign it, and then I'm probably going to put either 1 or more PS. Reinforce the link, reinforce what I'm saying, have a little afterthought, and that's a journey through my little email writing process. I hope you like it. Please comment. I'd love to know if you think these would be cool. And what I thought about doing is recording several of these a week as I go through my campaigns. And if you think it'd be fun for me to share them with you, let me know. We'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.